What's up, traders? Nick here. April 7th, Thursday evening. Looking back on the day, wanted to share a video about what happened today in the live room. We were sharing a whole bunch of charts. This was one of them. The IWM, which is the ETF for the small caps, the Russell 2000. The RUT is the actual index. The IWM is the ETF that tracks the index. So we were looking at everything. So the day started pretty badly, but then it ended on a great note. I believe the markets were all green. The S&P up 0.5%, slightly less on the NASDAQ, but they were down 1 to 2%. So the day started okay, and then it fell apart. And then out of the blue came the rally. So here's the message for today. If you have a system and you're confident of it, don't completely doubt yourself. Leave room for error, but don't completely doubt yourself. And I'll tell you why. So today, among other things, one thing stuck to mind. So I saw divergence between the actual price action and what the machines were doing. So we have a tool from Tradytics that kind of tells us what the machines are thinking about. And it was completely going in the opposite direction of actual price. It was like, okay, usually they're not that big, the difference, and it doesn't last that long. So today, when things went sour, the divergence kept growing and growing and growing. So I was confident in the fact that price is going to revert, but the sell-off continued way too long. So let's learn a few things from that. First, I kept saying in the room, is this the first day that we will have our first loss from the Tradytics signals? And we did for a little bit, but then the bounce gave us back profits and then some. So here's how it unfolded. Somewhere along here, I don't remember exactly where. It's been a busy day. I had a presentation to 890 people that I have to slip in between there in the last hour of trade. So I got stuck long and stayed long. So I took a long and I said, I'm taking Monday calls, the 200 calls in the IWM. I had a specific reason for it, but the calls went green for a little bit, and then the day went pretty badly. This breakdown happened, and then they tried to recover, and then they continued on to the lows. So about here, somebody in the chat room noted they were taking longs for this week, tomorrow, for 8 expiration. I chose the ones out. So I was down, and I said I will stop out at 35% loss. It's a short-term bet. I'm willing to take pain. It went down to 33%, I think, the last time I looked. But they bought 13 cents calls. I think it was 13 cents. And by the time the day ended, those calls were hugely profitable. And the calls I had taken turned to profit thereafter as well. So the message is, stick to your guns for as long as you can to be proven right or wrong. And then here are some of the clues that you can use even for tomorrow. First things first. I've been looking at this level for weeks. I keep dragging it, this one. I keep moving. Important zone to stay above this week. I've been moving it because we've been going back and forth above and below, teetering around it. We want to be above it for a weekly perspective, okay? Otherwise, the bears will continue to have the advantage and they'll continue to sell rallies. Look how it's happening. They rally, they sell it. They rally. You don't want them to sell it. You want them to break the cycle. That's why it's important to get above that from a longer term perspective. Not super long term, longer term. Short term, let me show you how technical analysis makes sense. Whether it's fake or real or contrived or self-fulfilling prophecy, it doesn't matter. Let's look at the lines, okay? So on the way down, they tried to hold this. You can see it. These are 5-minute candles. So for about half an hour, they were stuck in a zone. And why? Because that was a bounce level. They didn't want to give it up. That was a bounce level. They didn't want to give it up. So they tried. They even tried. And then they failed. And then they tried again. Let's get it back. Nope, they failed. And then they tried again. And then boink. As soon as this happened, I noted it. I was like, wait, what was that all about? And I said, they're going there. Because that was the point where divergence got super big. I said, they're going there. I'm confident they're going there. And they did. And then they took it out. And look at what they did. They went back and tested it. And look at these two bounces. Right here, right here. There's no coincidences here. Machines don't make decisions willy-nilly. They look left. What happened last time? They incorporated in the formula. Where's the trend? They incorporated in the formula. Where are the moving averages? Have we touched them? They incorporated in the formula. Then they decide whether to buy the tick or sell it. But the method is now on the shorter term, they went from selling rips, every rip sold, rip sold, rip sold, rip sold, to now they go buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. So they'll continue going until they hit another level that makes sense to them, and they say, okay, maybe we can flip now. So you need to be cognizant of what the hell's going on if you're actively trading. If you're not, who cares? However, these concepts apply on whatever time frame you want. This is a 5-minute time frame. I'm going to go to a daily right away. So this is a level they lost, right? Now they're trying to get it back. They failed. When they get back here, they may fail again. They may fail again. And then one day they'll bust above it. They'll come back and test for footing and then move on. Same here. Look, bounce, 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 gone. Bounce, bounce. Uh-oh, lost it. Couldn't get it, couldn't get it, couldn't get it. There are no coincidences. Same here. Look, bounce, and then they didn't even come close. So now we have higher lows, lower highs. The range goes from here, gets pointy, and then they decide bust out or burst lower. Simple. Keep your plan simple. We had 277 people today, I think, at one point. It was an outstanding day. And thank you, Ryan, and all the rest of the people that helped while I was gone doing my presentation. It's unbelievable. I was looking to the left I kept the room running. I just went and did a presentation on a different software, and I kept my eye on them, and they kept talking to each other and trading the day, and they had huge wins. Oh, and the Qs, that was an opportunity going into tomorrow and Monday, but that's for the members. All right, hopefully you had fun with this one. It's total fun when you're doing it with 200 people, 250 people. It's total fun. And today I had a hot mic moment. I was struggling with my mouse, getting prepared. It wasn't cooperating, and I was cussing the hell out of the mic, the mouse. Hot mic moment.